Hey everyone, welcome to another Still Speaks video, but you already knew that because you are so smart. And we are so lucky to have the wonderful Special Bread and the amazing Nine to tell us all about what happened in the last 6 weeks of development for Sanctuary Shattered Sun. All right, guys, take it away.
Right. Hello. So, survived Christmas. That's what happened in the last 6 weeks. Need we say more? But let's get out of the way. Let's get things out of the way because we've got some goodies to show you this time, right? So we're just warming up with some chosen units, right? These are actually they're following a bit of a theme this time, this update. So this one is the shield booster unit for the chosen, and it's going to launch these little drones which will then go around and boost the personal shields of the chosen, because in case you didn't know, chosen units have personal shields on their units, which is like a faction thing, and you play them slightly differently because of that, or at least that's what we're aspiring to at the moment, right? And so these little drones will be like be able to boost things out, and this is just one of those cute units, right? And then
do anti-drone weapons kill the drones and stop the shields from getting boosted?
They do. They do indeed.
That's interfering with the buff.
Yeah, you can interfere with these things. That's right. So, and then next is the drone launch unit. That was the sort of the defensive unit you saw, and this is the sort of the offensive version. This one launches like little attack drones at its enemies. So over a long range, right? And yeah, so this guy would actually be able to shoot down drones as well, right? Like, and so that means. Yeah, you can actually
to shoot down drones.
Yes, actually, yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a weapon of its own. It just launches the drones, and the attack drones can shoot down things. So, which includes other drones, right? And then here is an anti-drone defense for the guard. That one launches like little things. It's actually pretty cool. It like launches like a little laser thing, and then it reflects the laser. It launches a little mirror, and then it reflects a laser beam off the mirror at the enemy drones. Like a little like cool mirror device thing. So it's pretty cool. Or maybe I'm making it up. Honestly, sometimes Kubo just puts in all these whack designs, and I'm not really sure what the idea is. But I think that's the idea because we talked about that. So God always a bit of a cool surprise here and there. So and then the next thing is I'm just gonna try and move my mouse outside the screen or something. That we've done. We started working on the UI. Right, we've got, just when I move the mouse off the screen. There we go. So we start working on the UI, and this is actually a mock-up in Photoshop, but we put a lot of this into the game now at this point. So along the bottom, you see the sort of the construction options, and we've got some unit queues stuff going on, and all your order types are in there, and like a unit invert along the side is your unit selection panel, right? So that's all the units you could, if you've got selected. And on the bottom right is your eco panel with all your little bars and things like that, and the menus down there as well. So we're trying to sort of, the most important thing about the UI is to get out of the way of the game. Like the game is the UI, right? And then like all this other stuff just gets in the way. So we're trying to like keep it simple. This is, I think, the smallest size your UI can be. It's sized for a 2K screen, but we've got it supporting 4K as well. We're in the modern world. We've got like a few little secret innovations that are actually shown in here, but we'll just keep them secret for now. So like how the factory queues work and things like that. It's not that simple actually. Well, it is actually pretty simple, but there's a couple of twists in there. I'll leave it at that and keep you guessing, right? In the meantime, enjoy the sort of new graphics. We might even replace them later on, because this is sort of the current iteration, the current best thing, but who knows? So that's it. But now, Nine, you wanted to talk about some more UI stuff with your lines and things.
Yeah, the thing that I'm looking at the moment is sort of like a line move feature, which is what 0K does really well, where you can just select some units and you drag a line where you want them to move, and all the units go and they fill that line basically, and it can be an arbitrary line, doesn't have to be a straight one. So you could draw like a curve around someone's base, and they'll all go and sit on that curve. So people have been asking us for a long time, what are we going to do? Are we going to do something similar to that? And it's just something interesting to me. So I thought I'd give a brain dump of some of my thoughts about it. And maybe that will trigger you guys to have some thoughts of your own, and we can just chit chat about it on the forum or something like that. But basically what I'm thinking is you could drag your line of units. All the units will go and line up, and they'll space themselves out to be like, to distribute the gap. Right? So you can make a wide formation or a narrow formation just by how big you make your line. But then I was thinking about taking it a step further, where after that's happened, you could somehow drag the depth that you want, and that would actually stretch the formation backwards. So you could end up with a 2-row formation or a 20-row formation. You can make a long, skinny one, or you can make like a square block. And, that's all for different things. There's all sorts of things you could do differently. There's all sorts of things you could do with that, that aren't immediately obvious. But for example, you could grab a whole bunch of engineers, and then you could say, drag a line over here on this battlefield, then make it deep. So now they're occupying basically like a diamond shape across the map. And then you tell them all to reclaim. So that's one thing you could do. Or you could distribute shields all through your base. Or you could put flak all through your base, or something like that. So that's kind of what I was thinking would be cool. Line move, but with that depth. And it would be kind of like something that you drag, maybe. There's another idea that you could do as well. Like you could set a direction for the formation. So even though that they're all in this shape, you could somehow specify and face that way or that way. So you could set that. But another idea is if the formation was kind of persistent, right? So let's say, and I don't know how this would appear on the UI, but you've created this formation, and it's kind of like, even if some units die, it still exists, and then you could add new units to it. So you could grab like another 100 units and say, join that formation that exists, and then they would just add on to additional positions according to the same rules. And then what you could do is you could go back to your factories and tell your factories to assist the formation, and any new units that come pouring out of the factories would just join this formation. So you could kind of like set up a line, like a wall out the front of your base, and all units would just be filling in the slots on that wall over time. And then maybe you could drag the formation. Maybe you could just say, well, the formation's here, now just move it over here. So you could advance the whole line just 100 meters, or retreat the whole line 100 meters, or something like that. So, we're not necessarily going to do these ideas. This is just things that I've been thinking about that would be cool. And I think that there's probably heaps of really cool ideas out there. And we just want it to be easy to do a lot of cool things, and then you can focus more on winning the match and less about like clicking 1,000 times. So I think it's definitely
yeah, exactly, right. Like it's always good to get some good unit controls. And so, for example, one thing that's quite interesting and funny is that what do units do when they come out of a factory, right? And usually they just bunch up, but if you give them a formation or whatever that they can go to, then they're actually doing their job right away and stuff, right? Rather than sort of, because it's quite interesting, right? Like the height of RTS design is units come out of a factory and pile over there, or they pile over here, and that's your rally points, right? Or like, they do something, right? But, maybe we could go somewhere better with that, right? Where actually, yeah, you do draw like a thing, and then they fill in that automatically, right? As they come in, and like you almost have like a reinforcement mechanic of some kind, right? Where like, you're just like, I need more tanks. Give me more tanks over here or something. And who knows how it works, right? But it will be quite interesting.
Another cool application would be for like when you're scouting the enemy base, you could just select like 20 scouts and then just drag a line across their base, and you would actually distribute all the scouts to like evenly like go across. So that's another one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So do share your thoughts on those, because it's always interesting to see. And like these control systems, I think if you get them really good and really right, they're like that kind of becomes like a really important part of the game, doesn't it? Because that is how you interface with the game, right? Like all you do in an RTS is you build things and you order things around, right? So if you get,
you could do like a line attack move too. So you would say, all right, guys, go line up along this line and then attack move along this line. So that first they would distribute themselves into that position and then they just all start moving forward. But they could be like spreading out as they move forward. So, and it's just so simple, like go play Zero K. They've actually done a really good job. You just grab the units and drag a line and it's so easy. So very cool.
Okay. Yeah. Speaking of lines, we've got some lines to show you. So these are just some tests that we've got going for some adjacency line graphics. We've been actually working on them for a little bit after this. But yeah, it's just to just give you an idea of what we're doing. These are actually all done with the same shader, which is pretty clever.
But they're different effects for different factions, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So these aren't actually the ones you're seeing right now aren't actually mapped 1-to-1 to each faction. But for example, we did use this one for the Guard, like a variation of this one. A variation of this one is used for the Chosen. We made it a lot curvier though. And this one we didn't use in the end. And then there was a variation of the blue one, but slightly different textured and sort of different scale and stuff that we used for the EDA in the end.
Yeah, and you've got different thicknesses of line going on there.
Yeah. So these are all tests, and you'll notice that the lines are really far away and stuff. So actual adjacency is a lot closer. But yeah, so what we thought would be a good idea was if you had big lines between big buildings and smaller lines to smaller buildings, so it kind of gives you sort of a better sense of, this is a really big building kind of thing going on there.
Yeah, looks awesome.
There you go. That was just sort of stuff that, we're testing. And we got another goodie for you, just a quick thing to show, and then we got a cool announcement for you guys. So, here we go. We got some walk animations added. This is just a really quick test video.
There was a commander walking in there too, actually, the little one.
There you go. Here we go. Now the Guard Commander. He's a bit stuck. I think his movement speed is very low in this test video or something. But yeah, there you go. He looks just so small next to all the Titan units, doesn't he? Anyway, so enough of that. That was just a quick go, right? Really, overall, what we're doing right now is we're working on the game demo, right? So there's a lot of secret things we've got going on that we're not going to show you until that's ready to be shown and things like that, right? But there's actually
one way people can see it.
Oh, if you sign up for Kickstarter,
no, they can go to PAX.
They're
going to see it at
PAX,
right?
Yeah, well, you ruined it because that's what I was going to say.
I didn't ruin it. I led into it perfectly. What are you talking about?
And surprise everyone. So yeah, we were actually signed up for PAX. PAX in Australia went down so well that we felt that we couldn't actually skip it again. So we're going to PAX in East. We've bought our tickets.
So we're gonna stand there. It's in Boston. It's on March 21. It goes for like 4 days. The Sanctuary demo will be there, so you'll be able to play it. And it's not, it'll be even better for Kickstarter, but you'll be able to see and play and do all sorts of cool things.
So the stuff we're not showing.
The reaction in the PAX Australia was like pretty good, man. So like if you guys want to come and see Sanctuary, you can, some of you are close and can fly over or travel and come see it.
Yeah. America.
And if you do, introduce yourself. Come and say hi. Tell us how you know about the project. Tell us what you like, don't like, all that sort of stuff. We met heaps of people at the last one, and it's just nice to hear from people and find out how they know about us. And it's all different things that come from different videos, or they found out about it from a friend. It's just really always interesting to hear. And
Yeah, I don't know what's been going on with the traffic recently, but we've just had another spike from traffic from somewhere. I don't know where they keep coming from, but and all of this was actually after PAX in Australia, right? So our traffic has been going up for some reason, and we like the only reason we can really suspect is because it started like it was like
at the same time.
Yeah,
but it's still going months after.
yeah, it's still going, right? It's like
still
it's been like
traffic's
now, so
going on this big upwards trajectory.
yeah.
But yeah, so Brett will definitely be there. Phony will be there. So he's one of our developers, and I'm hoping to come as well, but I haven't committed just yet. But you get to ask questions, and if it's like last time, there'll actually be other RTS devs will come and visit us as well. So last time, anyone who had worked on an RTS in the past, they came over and visited, right? So we had people from all different strategy games come and introduce themselves as developers. But they kind of kept coming back and hanging out with each other and stuff. And we had this little like RTS dev hub kind of going on where people were just chilling out, chit-chatting to each other. So that was quite cool. So you can do that too. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for this month. Sign up for hacks if you want to see the demo, I guess. Be there. Tell all your friends.
Which is also a very long line because you have to line up for ages when you go to PAX.
Right. Yeah.
There you go.
March 21st, huh?
Something like that, yeah. It's March 21st to the 24th, so I think it's like 3-4 days. Something like that, yeah.
All right, so...
Yeah, and you can buy like a ticket just for one day or for the whole time or whatever. But we'll
shame you can't buy a ticket just for our stall.
We'll try and get like 2 laptops going so we can get like multiple people playing.
Yeah, I reckon we should be able to fit in a couple of laptops and things. Yeah.
And we do some like giveaways and stuff. We have like little postcards with our graphics on it and things. So, pretty nice.
Probably going to need more than 2 laptops considering how crazy your booth was in PAX Australia.
You're limited by space. You can't fit more than 2 because you only got a small booth. So
well, those poor people.
We need to do a line, Jazz.
We had a line last time. There was just this queue of people waiting to have a go. So hopefully we'll be a bit more organized this time and know how to do it.
We need
a bit better.
We need double-decker chairs. So like one guy on the bottom, one guy on the top.
One guy gets the keyboard, the other guy gets the mouse.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, play Sanctuary split screen now. Like
couch co-op. Confirmed. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But okay.
Anyway,
March 21st.
Yep.
That's how you get to see the demo, everyone. So if you want to go. Be sure to join the Sanctuary Shattered Sun forums to talk about those line formations that 9 talked about. And join the Sanctuary Discord. I'm going to remind you every month because that is the ultimate place. Is there anything else you guys would like to talk about?
That's it. Thanks.
No, that's it. We're done for this month. See us next month, I guess.
You guess. You better be here next month.
I better be here.
All right. All right. Well, thank you all for coming. So share with your friends, family, and foes. Can need something interesting to watch as well. And as always, everyone, GG.